A couple weeks ago, I found these shoes on Pinterest and I decided to upcycle my shoes and make them furry. The first thing I did is I went to Joann's and I bought a 9x12 faux fur sheet. My advice for the sheet is to lay your shoe on the longest part. That way you have more than enough fabric to wrap around the shoe. To trace, I used the eyeliner, and looking back, that was not a good idea because that shit kept breaking. Also, it was an expensive eyeliner. I'm not even sure. That was so stupid on my end now that I think about it. Anyway, so after you cut the pattern out, you have to make sure it fits. This is when I realized it's not eating. As you can see, it's kind of choppy, the fur. I don't like the look. So I cut it again, and look at that. I did buy 4 sheets though at first. That's something to think about. Here I am sanding down the surface, and I used the Loctite super glue to glue down the fur. I will say this glue do be gluing. She's a bit intense, so you kind of have to work a little quickly. I wouldn't worry if you have like excess pieces because you can always trim them off. And it sounds so satisfying too. Here I am gluing the front panel. And I did realize that I had a little bit of space in the front, so I had to cut out a mini piece and put it down. This is where I did mess up. I actually had to do this part twice because I glued the fur in the wrong direction. On the other pair of shoes, the fur is glued like left to right, and this one is glued front to back. And I didn't like that it didn't look the same. I tried to trim it, but it's not gonna work. So I ripped that bitch off and I re-glued it again. At this point too, I didn't have that much super glue, so I was really pushing it. I was really trying it. The other thing I should mention is that the fur shed so much, y'all. I had so much fur all over me. It was in my eyes. It got all over my bed. It was kind of excruciating, I'm not gonna lie. But here it is. It's looking very cute. My other piece of advice is to spray the fur with hairspray. Okay, if you want to see anything else, let me know. Bye!